You know, sometimes the most profound lessons come from the most unexpected places. I was reminded of this on a crisp autumn afternoon, riding a city bus in Detroit. It wasn't a fancy express line or a tour bus. It was just a regular, everyday route, filled with people heading home from work, running errands, or just getting from one part of the city to another. And on this ordinary bus, I met an extraordinary man. He was the driver. From the moment I stepped on, I noticed something different. He wasn't just silently collecting fares and staring straight ahead. He had this warm, genuine smile. "Hey there, Michael. How was the shift today? Tough one?" He'd say to a man in a construction vest, "Sarah, good to see you. Hope that test went well." He called out to a young woman with a backpack full of books. I sat near the front, completely fascinated. He did this with everyone, every single person who got on that bus. He knew their names. He'd ask about their kids, their jobs, their day. He'd offer a word of encouragement or share a light-hearted joke. The bus, which could have been a space of silent, anonymous travel, felt like a rolling community center. It was buzzing with a quiet, positive energy. I saw people's faces light up as they were acknowledged. The tired security guard's shoulders seemed to relax a bit. The stressed-out mom juggling grocery bags managed a real smile. Even the teenager, with headphones perpetually on, who you'd think wanted to be invisible, would pull one earbud out and nod. A small grin playing on his lips when the driver said, "Have a good one, Kevin." It was a masterclass in human connection. I watched him for my entire 45-minute ride. He never missed a beat. He remembered details. He wasn't just saying names. He was seeing the people behind them. I was so intrigued that when the bus started to empty out and we were nearing my stop, I moved up to talk to him. I asked him, "How do you do it? How do you remember everyone's name?" He chuckled, a deep, friendly sound that filled the front of the bus. He looked at me through the rearview mirror, his eyes crinkling at the corners. "Oh, it takes a little effort at first," he admitted. "But it's worth it. You ride with the same folks day in and day out. They become part of your life, you know?" Then he said something that has stuck with me ever since, something I think about almost every single day. He said, "It's simple, really. People just want to be seen. They want to know they matter, that they're not just another face in the crowd." Acknowledging them, saying their name. It's a small thing, but it tells them, "I see you. You exist." And in a world that can feel so big and anonymous, that means a lot. I got off the bus that day feeling completely changed. His words echoed in my mind. People just want to be seen. It's so simple, yet so powerful. We spend so much of our lives rushing around, buried in our phones, lost in our own thoughts and worries. We walk past dozens, maybe hundreds, of people a day without making any real contact. We stand in line at the coffee shop, sit in meetings, even share an elevator, all in our own little bubbles. That bus driver showed me the cost of that isolation and the immense power we all have to break through it. He wasn't a CEO, a celebrity, or a politician. He was a bus driver. But with his simple, consistent act of recognition, he was making his corner of the world a warmer, kinder, more connected place. He was weaving a social fabric, one greeting at a time. So, I decided to try it. I challenged myself to start seeing the people around me. Not just looking at them, but truly seeing them. It started small, the barista at my local coffee shop. I'd been going there for months, but I'd never bothered to learn her name, which was right there on her name tag. The next day, instead of just grunting large coffee, I looked at her, smiled, and said, "Hi, Emily, how's your morning going?" The change was immediate. Her professional smile turned into a genuine one. Her eyes lit up. "It's going great. Thanks for asking," she replied with a completely different energy. From that day on, our daily transaction became a real interaction. We'd chat for a few seconds. I learned she was an art student. She learned about my work. It was no longer just about coffee. It was a moment of connection. Then I tried it with the security guard in my office building, a quiet man who I usually just nodded at. I stopped one morning and introduced myself. "Hi, I'm Alex. I see you here every day and just wanted to say thank you for keeping us safe." His name was Robert. He was a bit taken aback at first, but then he broke into a huge grin. Now, we greet each other by name every single day. It has completely changed the dynamic of my walk into the office. This practice has spread into every area of my life. The cashier at the grocery store, my neighbors, the delivery person who brings my packages. I make an effort to learn their names and use them. I ask them how they are and actually listen to the answer. It's not about having a deep, long conversation with every person you meet. Sometimes it's just a name and a smile. But it's about acknowledging their humanity. And what I've discovered is that the bus driver was absolutely right. The effect is profound, not just on them, but on me. My world feels richer, warmer, and friendlier. The city doesn't feel so anonymous anymore. It feels like a network of individuals, of stories, of connections waiting to be made. I feel more grounded, more part of a community. That feeling of isolation that can creep in when you're reliving a busy life has started to fade. This small shift in perspective costs nothing. It takes minimal effort, but the return on investment is immeasurable. It builds bridges. It creates ripples of positivity that you can't even begin to track. You never know what someone is going through. That small moment er bishna of being seen could one uprise differ them. Think about it. Who are the people in your daily orbit? The person who delivers your mail? The cleaner in your building? The person you buy your lunch from? Do you know their names? Take a moment this week to find out. Say hello. Use their name. Ask them how their day is. See what happens. You might be surprised at how good it feels to make someone else feel seen, and in the process, how much more connected you feel yourself. That bus driver in Detroit probably has no idea the impact he had on me that day, or the ripple effect his simple philosophy has had through my life and the lives of those I now interact with differently. He was just doing his job, but he was also doing something much more important. He was building a better world, one passenger at a time. And we all have the power to do the same. Thanks so much for watching and for letting me share this story with you. If it resonated, I'd love for you to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. Let's all go out there and try to see each other a little more clearly. Dag gar.